Another senator on the Senate Judiciary Committee is Dianne Feinstein of California. The highest Democratic ranking member of the committee made a serious factual error in the Kavanaugh hearing. Take a listen to this.
In the 1950s and 60s, the 2 decades before Roe, deaths from illegal abortions in this country ran between 200,000 and 1.2 million. That's according to the Guttmacher Institute. I don't want to go back to those death totals in this country.
Here's what the senator gets wrong. The statistic Feinstein just cited are the number of abortions, not the number of maternal deaths within those decades. Here for more fact-checking is Mallory Quigley, Vice President of Communications for the Susan B. Anthony List. Mallory, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Catherine.
Can you respond to Senator Feinstein's error in citing that 2003 Guttmacher Institute study inflating the number of maternal deaths?
Absolutely. Well, the lies that were flying back and forth last week during these hearings were truly breathtaking. Need to start by saying that the Guttmacher Institute was set up as the research arm of Planned Parenthood. So they have an agenda to support the nation's largest abortion business with these statistics. But the number of deaths, alleged deaths from illegal abortion prior to Roe versus Wade, this is a myth that has been busted time and again. Several prominent pro-life people who actually are converts to the movement, had spent time in the abortion lobby, have come out and said that that number was completely fabricated. Most notably, viewers may know Dr. Bernard Nathanson, who was a co-founder of NARAL, later had a profound conversion to Christianity, to Catholicism, and also to the pro-life movement. And he admitted that those numbers were just completely fake.
It seems that this is a fear-mongering tactic. Did we see any more instances of that within the hearing or even within our culture during this past 2 weeks?
Oh gosh, I mean, the abortion lobby has really got people into a frenzy over this nominee and these hearings. I think that the biggest lie that we've seen peddled by the abortion lobby in these recent weeks, certainly in the outbursts during the hearings. We had some protesters at an event that we were doing last week in Alabama. It's this lie that American women need abortion on demand in order to be successful, and nothing could be further from the truth. It's an exploitation, it is a denigration of everything that it means to be a woman.
Absolutely. And speaking of the abortion lobby, let's take a look at this exchange that's being misrepresented between Senator Ted Cruz and Judge Kavanaugh.
Question was, first, was this a substantial burden on the religious exercise? And it seemed to me quite clearly it was. It was a technical matter of filling out a form in that case, but that they said filling out the form would make them complicit in the provision of the abortion-inducing drugs that they were, as a religious matter, objected to.
Is what Judge Kavanaugh just said inaccurate?
Is perfectly accurate, Catherine. He's basically restating what he wrote in his dissent in the Priests for Life versus HHS case that was before the DC Circuit Court. And he's saying that Priests for Life and other religious groups saw the permission slip that they basically had to sign with the HHS mandate as being a gross violation of their religious liberty. So he's simply stating the facts.
Speaking of that case involving Priests for Life, what else can we pull from how Judge Kavanaugh ruled there that might reflect how he would rule as a justice on the Supreme Court?
Right. It was a 3-judge panel on the DC Circuit Court, of which Judge Kavanaugh is a larger part, and they refused twice to hear Priests for Life's arguments against the HHS mandate. And basically, Judge Kavanaugh wrote a dissent from that opinion, not to hear the case in a full court. He wanted to let Priests for Life have their day in court to make their arguments about why this is a violation of religious liberty.
Mallory Quigley, Vice President of Communications for the Susan B. Anthony List, thanks again for being back with us.
It's always a pleasure to be with you.